here for a minute, grab a few things, and then head out of my way. But he said you was going to be on there, so I just figured I'd jump on and say what's up.
I can promise you that I won't spill the beans of what I heard last night. That won't be coming from me tonight.
Oh, well, we're live, boys, so I wouldn't be spilling anything.
Well, I'm not saying nothing either. I told him, I said, I talked to Cruea last night for about 20 minutes. Well, I'm sure somebody's going to say something about it, but I'm not going to be the one to say it.
I'm not going to be the guy either.
Yeah. 3 people on now. All right. Well, we're live, Chuck. You got anything to say?
Not really. I mean, everything's going good. I mean, business is doing good. I can't do much at the ballpark, so I just doing what I can do, man. Hanging out at Spoils on Thursdays.
Is that the only park you're allowed in?
Well, as far as I know, I mean, anything local besides that, I might be able to get out West Side or something, but honestly, I don't know, dude. I mean, it's kind of at their mercy right now. Hopefully, time to heal and
just act right in that time. I think it'll all work out.
I think so too. I mean, it is what it is. I made a mistake. I owned up to it. You know what I mean? What else could I possibly do? You know what I mean? I've been around long enough and I've gave enough money out of my pocket, and hopefully that, works in my favor. So, but you best believe you ain't gonna, when this ends, Chuck Kenny's gonna be a mouse. I promise you that. I gotta stop. I mean, it's all gotta stop.
We've all been. I was as bad. I was as bad as they ever was back in the day, and now I look at people that do the same stuff I do, and I'm like, I can't get mad because I was that way or worse 10, 15 years ago.
Well, the thing is with me, it's like, this is only, I was never got physical with anybody. Everybody knows me that's played against me or with me knows that most of the time I'm just having fun. It's more comedy than anything. I never crossed the line and, was talking about, people's wives and all this and stuff on the field. Now, if they came to me like that, it might be a different story, but, I never acted like that. It was always clowning around and having fun, but, stuff got out of hand that day, and you know what I mean? I threw the punch, so I got to deal with it.
Do the crime, you the time, Chuck.
That's right.
That sounds good. Yeah, Chuck stopped in to get some balls, and then I think he's headed out of here.
But I am out of here, and wish everybody good luck. And I won't see nobody at the Metro, but you know how it is. I'll be around some point.
You won't see me at the Metro either.
I ain't gonna see it's too far of a drive for you, dude.
All these guys from Dayton are playing. I'm like, man, you getting the losers bracket.
Prime time team. We'll cross paths with them. I'm sure they got a nice little squad. I heard you guys are pretty loaded. So
yeah, they got a good squad. I may come down on a weekend. I work too early to be down there at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Well, hopefully we don't see you guys too early. You know what I mean? That way, we could hopefully whichever way the bracket works itself out. Hopefully prime time. I believe that's what you guys are called. And my guys, hopefully they meet each other in the finals. Hopefully, but you never know.
I mean, we just do their uniforms. That's. I think Russ
Radich and them. I guess Radich and I don't know. They're. I'm sure they're pretty loaded up from what I heard anyway. So
I put their uniform roster in, so I know who's on there, but that's not for me to tell.
No. Everybody knows who we got, so it's no big mystery. You know what I mean? It's both teams are going to be super loaded, so it's like pack your lunch, and it's going to be an all-day job. That's for sure.
There you go.
All right, brother. Well, I'm out of here.
Good Chuck.
Love y'all. Peace and chicken grease.
See you, Chuck. Chuck Kinney, everybody. All right. The reason why Mike's here, you want to talk about his event from last weekend, and also I probably should bring up that Rhino had a girls game tonight. He was going to try to be on by 8, and it got back up to 8:30, and then it sounds like he might not be on at all. So you guys are stuck with me tonight. Hopefully that's okay. All right.
If you need a wingman, I can be here for you.
All right. Appreciate that. Is this the bracket? Is this correct? Does this look right to you?
Yeah, I think so. I got it pulled up over here on the side. Looks right.
Okay.
Got Days as the winner.
Yeah.
Yep.
So was this a slugfest bracket or was it 7 brackets?
So it originally started as a slugfest bracket. Got rain on Saturday, I think, like most parks did. We got about 3 rounds in. You may be able to still see. No, I think I hid the open bracket. So we got about 3 rounds in. The rain came. The biggest downfall we have in Dayton that you Cincinnati teams should call a luxury is you guys have a lot of privately owned parks where, Nikki and her crew, Dave Maury and his crew, if it rains, they can work on the fields. I'm at the mercy of the city of Dayton. When it rains, they want to lock the gate and go home. Puddles aren't going to dry overnight. So we got rained out. Possibly could have played later Saturday night. But the city workers were ready to leave. I wasn't going to have it. I knew if the puddles were not removed, we wouldn't play. So I sat around redoing brackets. While I'm still there, the city workers still have to be there. Long story short, we played on Sunday. We did lose a field, but we did drop the slugfest. So we had like one team in the open, one team in the D, I think, drop out. So in the open, TPA played Nature Boys. Nature Boys was coming from Cleveland. They stayed Friday. With this being Bobin's event, we weren't really sure when we were going to start up Sunday. So he decided to go back home. No hard feelings at all. There was money on the line. There was also rain on the line the next day. So, but the Tiger Yoder Steel game was a hell of a game. A lot of runs scored. Steel didn't want to go away. It's tough to say you scored 34 runs and basically almost got run ruled. Played with an open, basically a B rules. So these games were long, 8 home runs, because we did have a B team in. Our team played, and that was the worst part. With me being a director, I got to just steer clear of my team, kind of watch from the outskirts. We played a really good Tri-City team that is a battle. They like to talk. We like to talk. It was a battle. Old Bag came with 10 guys, 11 guys, and basically played the rest of the day after the second round with 9 guys. They basically had a guy that wasn't on their roster. And I wasn't going to let my team, I know the rules, they're protestable. My team wasn't going to be the one to protest them. To me, it's a B bracket. We want to play them. Some people caught wind, so they did, they ran through the losers bracket, putting up 31, 34 runs with 9 guys. They had a hell of a run. They got to us, basically told them, hey, it's all or nothing. You guys got to win 3 more games to basically win your money back plus a little bit. Did not happen. So long story short, Days walked away with $1,500 in hand, cash that day, and SMU walked away with their entry fee back in the C. Nice to see some different teams. With us being in the middle, we can, as an SMU, a Dayton team, we get to see the Cleveland teams because we'll travel a little north and we'll travel a little south. So it was nice to see, the Ohio Steels, the Tri-Cities, the GTSs that usually don't play in C events. It was good to have them, a whole different set of teams this weekend, except for Tiger and Days. So Days played well, man. I got to watch both games. I think their right fielder, Chris Johnson, I think is his name, or maybe he wasn't in right field. He was unstoppable. I think he plays for MTS some. He had an MTS jersey on. He was great. Clay even played a great right field. Clay had to come in. They were down to 10 guys. So people want to bash Clay, and he's a sponsor. He's terrible, blah, blah, blah. Dude played right field and won the championship game. Chris Berry did it all. They lost their pitcher, played middle, went to pitch, played a 4-man, played a hell of a game. He's a hell of a player. I know we had 3 guys. We got a young kid who's 18. He may be 19. We just added, made the first 3 outs on Sunday. Didn't make another out. His name is Kylan Quartercracks. He had 893. Seacrest was 828, and Bradley Coombs was, I believe, 27 of 30 for a 900 average.
It's a pretty good weekend.
It was, it was definitely a good hitting weekend for them.
I got
the D.
Yep.
I think probably the most controversial team that you'll have in the D. They haven't lost. I can tell you they're beatable. If you look at their first game and you look at the winners bracket final, they won by 1 run. They beat Public Enemy by 1. They beat VCM by 1. They're beatable, but you can't make mistakes. So Schlabach won the D, handily in the winners or in the finals, and VCM team, which is they're from up north, I believe, around like Findlay, Lima area. They got a pretty good squad. The D was pretty loaded. BOS out of Dayton, they're really good. Premier's really good. Schlabach. Legacy was there. They had a down weekend. Was that?
That was Josh, I think. I don't know.
So yeah, the D was pretty solid. The E was the only one that got a double dip. A local Dayton team, Sandlot Boys, played really well. They hadn't had a really good season so far, and they kind of just played really well. They had to sit a while, and there's a team out of Indiana called 2K that really just overmatched them the last 2 games and walked away with the 1100. So both winners, all 3, the D and E winners walked away with 1100. Second place walked away with 350. In the Open, since Clay was the winner, he had a little more because he was winning the B money and the Open or the C money. But all in all, we give over $4,500 in prizes and successful weekend.
Yeah, it sounds like a really nice tournament. Was this at Kettering Fields?
It was at Kettering. I know you had mentioned to me earlier. Whenever I play at Kettering, it rains.
Yeah.
It rained again, but luckily, I said with my man Joe, who does the field, stuck around and got the water off, and they were good to go Sunday.
Good. Yeah, we got rained out in Cincy too on Saturday. We came back on Sunday and played.
Yeah, I was surprised. I guess I didn't know how much rain you guys got. That's like I said earlier, the public park versus the private park, man. It's something you guys shouldn't take for granted down there, because those crews will work their ass off to play. And up here, we made the call to cancel, and here comes the sun. And I really truly think a couple hours in we would have been able to play, but it's a city park. They make the final decision, and I got to smile and go with it.
Yep. Anything else about your tournament before we move on to the Midwest Summer Tournament?
Nothing. Looking forward to coming to Cincy this weekend. I'm sure you guys will talk about those brackets.
Yeah.
I know our guys are one field, blah, 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 but I look at it as we're out of there in one day, maybe a long one day, but it's not 2 days, so I'm all right with that.
Actually, while you're here, let me make sure I'm not holding Josh up. Josh, you mind hanging on for a second?
Not at all. I got to play at 8:45, so we got 25 minutes.
All right, cool. Let me know if you need to hurry up. But let's see here. Apologize. I'm gonna pull up the
Don't be pulling
the bracket from this weekend and the only thing that was weird to me was the 3-game guarantee. Did you look at that at all?
Did see the 3-game guarantee. I know he posted it as a 3-game guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fan of it. maybe in March and April, when you want to get as many games in as possible. But we're in July. If I lose 2, I'm ready to go. It's not our weekend. I would probably say most C teams agree with that. Just never really a fan of a 3-game guarantee above D, to be honest. And maybe some D teams don't like it, but there's such a variety there. I think the top D teams versus the bottom D teams, there's a huge gap. So the bottom D teams, they want to get as many games as possible. I really truly think, looking at this bracket, I couldn't tell you who's going to win. Any one of these teams, I mean, every team, and there's only 5, every team in the C can win it and has probably won something this year. But the 3-gamer for me is just, yeah, I mean, we'll play it. If we happen to be the team that goes 0-3, it is what it is. It swings, but I'm not.
Hold on, let's go through that real quick. So if we lose game 1, we fall down here. All right. So and then if we lose that one, we fall down to here. If we lose that one, we jump up to here.
Yeah.
So you can go 0-4. You and I can. But if we do go 0-3, the 4th game will be the same game as the person that lost the winter bracket finals. So the winter bracket finals loser comes down and plays the team that's 0-3.
I didn't see that the winner's bracket loser fell that far back.
See that?
Wow.
So that's a little different.
That is, and I pulled this up because some of our team was talking about it today, and this is the blank bracket that U-Trip has, but
yeah.
Oh boy. So and I know with play-in games to do that 3-game guarantee, some teams are guaranteed 4.
Yeah.
Just because if Tiger would have lose their first game, they wouldn't be guaranteed 3 without that 4th. But I did not see that the losers bracket final drops back to basically the final 4.
Yep.
There's no benefit of, besides having to run a gauntlet, there's don't want to lose that game.
No.
I did not see that. That's interesting. I looked at game time, field, and the if game.
Yeah, somebody texted me and said, "How's 5 teams taking all day?" I looked at it. I was like, "Oh, it's 3-game guarantee." So that kind of threw a wrench and everything.
I seen he posted a 3-game guarantee because we were on the border of getting in. I seen it was listed as 2 days. I'm like, man. And then I was it last night when I was talking to Clay, that Salt team from Columbia or Cleveland area, I thought they were in.
Yeah, they said it was. Said they were.
And that changes everything.
Yep.
That doesn't allow that loser's bracket. That's crazy. I did not but I guess there's really no other way to do it.
No, probably not.
Because that loser of 5, unless you let the loser of 5. Yeah, there's really that's interesting. I've seen thousands of brackets in my day, and that's well, you may not have to worry about that. You'll be in game 3, right? You've never lost to SMU. Why start now, right?
Well, we're 2 in 12 in the winter bracket too. So, they got 2 things fight against each other. So we'll see.
Yep, I appreciate you having me on, man. I'll let you get to Josh so he can
get his game going.
He's in, but yep, I'll be on. I'll listen. Thanks, Zach.
Thanks. See you Saturday.
See you guys.
Josh.
Hey, what's going on?
What's happening?
Yep, just down at East. It's cooled off finally, so playing about 20 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna let you go. Run with this bracket here. Tell me how everything went. I got it up. I don't know if you can read it real well. Looks like you played first. One.
On Saturday morning, we played the boys.
Yep.
Honestly, that was just the whole team hit. Ran right through that one. I don't know, put up 20, 25 runs or so. Run ruled them, and then rain came very shortly after.
Did you get 2 forfeits after this? Because I see 2 0 scores.
We got 1 forfeit out of Sick Apparel, which kind of sucks because they've already beat us once, and we kind of wanted to play them. But they said they had a few guys that went to a country concert on Saturday, so they didn't make it.
Oh, okay.
I think they actually did forfeit twice in a row. I think they didn't even have enough later in the day either.
Gotcha. Then you went on to Past Our Prime. Looks like you shut them out as well.
Yeah, we played well against them again. Honestly, 2 through 6, 7 was pretty lights out this tournament. Danny all year has held good teams to under 10 runs a whole lot, so that helps, and good defense.
And then looks like you had the Nasty Boys in the winter bracket final.
Yeah, that was a tough game. I mean, they always give us a tough game. They hit real well. They're fundamentally sound. They're young. We just squeaked one out. A couple plays went our way and won that one. Danny kept us in that one again.
Yeah, he'll do that. Somebody gave you a dirty dozen O. That might have been Chuck, who was just here.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of Danny yelling goose egg this weekend. A whole lot.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Then you looks like you played Tripods in the finals.
Yep, they've been tough all year too. It's always, a gritty game, a lot of shit talk in that game. But honestly, they were a couple players short. I think they had some guys playing with Breeden the day before, so they weren't able to play a couple of their starters, I think. But either way, they hit the ball well. That wasn't an easy game either, and we squeaked out of that one with real good defense and pitching. And again, 2 through 7, good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and then Past Our Prime, I don't really remember them well. And then T-Bone played real well in this tournament. I'm upset we didn't get to see them. I think we did see them. They might have even played them the week before down at Kenton Lakes, but I was out that weekend. But looks like they did well. I'd like to play them again sometime soon.
Gotcha. It looks like you played Smash Bros. As well.
Yep, Smash Bros is good. I struck out in that game. Kenny threw me some weird pitch he's never thrown me before, and I just locked up and got struck out. And they're a real good team. They were gassed. They had to play 2 or 3 games while we were chilling, relaxing, all the way to the night. And we started right after their Tripods game, so they had no time to relax.
Yeah, that's how my weekend went too.
Yeah, I mean, winning early games is super important in all these tournaments. Yeah, if you have to play that many games, it's going to be real hard. So when that happens, that's impressive.
Was Richmond pitching for him?
No, Kenny pitched that game.
Okay. Was Ryan there?
Ryan was there. Okay. I'm not even sure where he played. He hit. To be honest, he didn't hit great. I've seen maybe the worst I've ever seen him hit. He's a good ball player. Like I said, they played a whole lot of games in a row, and I'd be dead too.
Pretty tired.
Yep.
How was the event overall? Did you have a good time? How was East?
Oh yeah, East was good. Not much to complain about. Fields aren't, everyone's favorite. None of the fields are great, real close by. So it is what it is. Umpiring actually was pretty good this weekend. I can't really complain too much about that. No one's perfect, but Danny might say otherwise. But no, everyone showed up. We had our our recent normal left fielder, Nate Arnzen. He was a little bit late on Sunday, so Jay Sal started left field, and he hit real well the whole tournament. We never had a reason to take him out, but Nate was there cheering on and probably ran 30, 40 times over the weekend and probably scored 80, 90% of the times he ran. Yeah. So, and he was there only running the whole weekend and giving it his all.
Yeah, appreciate that. So,
Yep.
how's the team been this year? I know you guys have had a lot of success.
Whole lot of growth. It started off rough, a lot of arguing, a lot of fights with against other teams. So, but now everything's gelling together. Everyone's playing well. Everyone's picking each other up and trying to keep their own head. It's definitely going the right direction.
Good. Did you guys add anybody along the way, or is it pretty much
just recently we added Jay Sal and Nate Arnzen, young guy out of Bellevue.
Okay.
And I mean, we had a couple ads. I can't even remember which tournament it was before, but we added Hayes and Chad Lovelace and Todd Ramey from the Nasty Boys. He hit for us one tournament in GSL. He's a hell of a hitter. Zach's always good to have in the dugout and on the field when you need him. So
hard to get him to the park anymore.
Yeah, he hopefully we'll get him out another tournament or two this year.
Gotcha. I'm gonna make you sit here with me while I go over mine since Rhino's not here. You got a couple minutes? We gotta get warmed up.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we're gonna take the weekend off and get ready for Panama, but yeah, everything's been good, and this weekend was a blast.
Sounds good. So, like I was telling Cruea, I think we're 2-12 or something in the winter bracket. So we lose our first game, and then we win, I think, 6 straight.
Yeah, that was the first time we made it easy on ourselves and just went through. So that was nice.
I don't know what the difference is between the winner bracket and the loser bracket, but we seem to play a lot better there. Good tournament overall. West did a good job with what they had to deal with as far as the weather went. So this happened to us 2 tournaments in a row. I'm going to ask you if you've ever seen this. So the center fielder is going back to catch a ball, hits his glove, comes out of his glove, hits the fence, and he recatches it. Both times, the umpire called it out. Both teams saw that happen, and in our tournament, both teams were arguing that he didn't catch the ball, but the only person in the park that didn't see it was the umpire both times, field 4 at West. You ever seen that?
No. So I don't even know what that rule is. Is it a catch off the wall?
No, once it's the wall, it's same as hitting the ground.
Dead, right, down ball. Okay. I didn't know if it mattered if you touched it before it hit the wall or not. But no, I've never seen that.
2 tournaments in a row, same field, same park. And
that is crazy. Nope, never seen it. I've maybe only seen it once or twice ever.
Yeah, and so we were playing Hub City, and instead of being second and third, no outs, it was man on first with 1 out, so that dramatically changed the inning. And then also, did you guys have any teams on Saturday that were called a complete game, even though they were incomplete? So we only played 4 innings, and then they called it a complete game because of the rain.
It wasn't ours. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Actually, I did hear from someone else that someone was in like the 3rd or 4th inning and they made them restart the whole game. But I don't even know if that's true. But that's what I heard. Our game was completed before it was rained out and we were out of there. So I'm not sure how they handled that.
Yeah, so we played 1 out too many. So we played 4 complete innings and they called that a complete game.
Yeah. What sanction were you guys playing?
WSL, same.
Oh, it was the WSL over at West. Yeah, they a few weeks ago in the state when we split with the Redlegs, I know that we were confused about that rule in Roy's game. They were playing Peckers, and they, I believe, were in the 5th inning, and I thought the 5th inning had to be completed, and so did Roy, but come to find out it's only 4. So I did find that out a couple weeks ago.
Yep. Message from Kenny Ball said they played 9 games on Sunday. We were gassed. Congrats to OTF. Good tourney.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they and the 3 or 4 games before us, they were putting up 20 to 30 runs on guys. So they were hitting the shit out of the ball. And to be honest, I'm glad they didn't continue it into our game because it have made it a lot harder.
So what'd you win?
We won a paid world berth, about $435, some rings, an MVP, and a team champion plaque.
And what'd you do with all that?
Team plaque went to Wayne. The MVP, we kind of couldn't decide. We had Chop and Tyler Lyons both hit out of their mind and fielded out of their mind. Kind of decided to just do a co-one. I don't know which one of them took it home. We'll pay $10 for another one for the other one. I don't care. But they both played great.
Sounds good. Well, I know it's getting close to your game time. You better get loose. Appreciate you coming on.
Yep, no problem. Anytime. I appreciate it.
All right, talk to you soon.
All right, see ya.
All right, you guys are stuck with me, so I'm going to bust through these brackets real quick. Looks like Empire, Joey Scarf won the rec. Congrats to Joey. He always has a good team out there. Let's go to the women's. Come on. There we go. Looks like Kentucky Ballers. I believe that's Paige's team. Congrats to Paige and those guys. 13-3. Looks like they were on it, and might have even been a run rule. And then on to women's E. BOS wins the women's E. Congrats to them. I don't know if that's a local team or not, but that's that. I don't have any more on those. And then I'll go ahead and finish up the Bachelor Cash this weekend best I can by myself. All right. Oh, they got a pool play. Oh, okay. All right. We got Legacy, Alpha Dog, West City Motor. I'm going to go Legacy there to win that pool. Then we got Buffet Boys, Kraken, God Be Law. I'm going to go with Buffet Boys, strong team. Kraken's always strong too. I'm not sure who Godby has, but that's a lot of good sponsor names in there. Godby's had a good team before. TPE's had a good team before. And All Hustle's had a good team before, so I'm sure they got a good team as well. Odd Socks, Quality Tire, and Auto Jones, Springdale Cleaners. I'll go with the Odd Socks, my guy JK. Then we got Soul Bros, Enemy of the State, Six Pack, Natty Red Lakes. I heard Soul Bros picked up some bodies. I would like to know who that is. If somebody can send me a text at some point, I'm curious. I'm going to go with Six Pack here. They just won the DWSL tournament. The middle guy, he fields it. They got a good pitcher, and they all hit it well. So that's my pick there. And then that looks like that's it. So I will pick. I'll pick Six Pack to win it all. They're just really tough. And then we'll move to the E. I probably won't do co-ed. I don't know anything about co-ed. I apologize. Creekers, Apex, Bomb Threats. I'll go with Apex. Gaddy's always got a good squad. Eights, Cincy Slime, Cincy Game Time. Eights. I'm sure Slime will give him a good game, but Eights is my pick there. Dark Waters franchise, American Made. We'll go with Dark Waters. They seem to be up and down, but they got a strong team. TCS, Relentless, Reloaded, Sin Polo, Empire. Ooh, I'll go with Joey Scarf and Empire. Warriors, F Cancer, FAFO, Heat. Man, I really don't know many of these teams. I'll go with Heat in this one. And then to win it all, I'll go with Eights just because they've been dominant all year. I am taking Six Pack. I might be wrong, but we'll see. So I think that pretty much wraps everything up. Sorry, Rhino couldn't be on. It sounds like his girls' games got pushed back a little bit. So until next week, I'll see you then.